Once upon a time, a young shepherd was watching his flock of sheep on a hillside near a village. The days were long and quiet, and the boy grew bored. To amuse himself, he ran towards the village shouting, "Wolf! Wolf! A wolf is attacking the sheep." The villagers rushed up the hill to help him, only to find there was no wolf. The boy laughed at how frightened they had been. A few days later, bored again, the shepherd did the same thing. He cried, "Wolf! Wolf!" Once more, the villagers came running, only to discover it was another trick. This time, they were annoyed and warned the boy not to lie again. Then one evening, a real wolf came out of the forest and attacked the sheep. Terrified, the shepherd shouted as loudly as he could, "Wolf! Wolf! Please help!" But this time, the villagers did not come. They thought he was lying again. The wolf scattered the flock, and many sheep were lost. Now, how and why is this story relevant? It's relevant because Wetangula is the boy that cried wolf. He falsely accused Gachagua of high crimes and presided over his impeachment. Only for Kenyans to turn around later on and realize that, hey, there was no basis for impeaching Rigathi Gachagua. In fact, the fellow they are leaving in office, Yule CIC, is even a worse character than Yule to impeach. Because what you're impeaching this one for, that one is doing it like there is no tomorrow. So the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua all along was just a big fat nothing bagger. And now Wetangula is regretting. Just listening to this alleged statement from Wetangula, and I quote, "Impeaching Gachagua was a political blunder of epic proportions. I warned against it, but the president chose to listen to misguided advisors. Yes, Gachagua had started to become a thorn in the flesh, but it was a thorn that should have been tolerated until 2027 for the sake of the president's re-election. As a result of the impeachment, Ruto's path to re-election is now an uphill battle." This is a post from MK News. Now in this video, I want to walk you through some of the reasons why Wetangula is just now regretting impeaching Gachagua. And so with no further ado, let's get after it. Number one, now I've had a chance to speak to someone who's central in this broad-based nonsense. And from what I've heard, the president's hand has been forced. I say this because the current ultimatum to him from ODM is that he has to give up the seat of Musalia Mudavadi to ODM, which is the Prime Cabinet Secretary seat, or he has to give the speakership of the National Assembly to ODM. And based on the relationship that the president has with Mudavadi, Wetangula feels that he is the one who's likely to be sacrificed by Kasongo. So all this noise is just some form of self-preservation. He knows full well that whoever makes the most noise will survive the axe of the tyrant, and so shout he shall. Because let's face it, the truth of the matter is that at the end of the day, one of the two must go. The president can't get rid of Wetangula and Mudavadi. He will lose Mulembe Nation, and after losing Mlima Kenya, Western Kenya is the next highest place with numbers that could even attempt to supplement Mlima Kenya if at all you can consolidate them to vote together. So one of them must go. Who is likely going to go? It is Moses Masika Wetangula. Now the second reason why Wetangula is very skirmish is the fact that NIS did a national poll which was shared only with the National Security Council, and apparently Kasongo has a 41% approval rating. This is after all the empowerment, all the bribery, all the lies, you still get 41%. And the facts on the ground corroborate the same. Just have a look at the numbers when Gachagua and Ruto decide to televise their activities. And I quote, "In this first image, you can see Rigathi Gachagua engaging in public participation at Wakulima Market, Nairobi County. This is live. It's a live feed. Look at the number of people who are tuning in, 5,300. Now, William Samoei Ruto Kipchirchir is in Kisumu launching affordable housing. Look at how many people are tuning in, 300. It shows you no one gives a damn what this current administration is doing. They are more fine-tuned to listen to the opposition. They are more likely to vote for the opposition. And that recent NIS poll confirms this to Wetangula and many others. So currently, Wetangula is just playing Humpty Dumpty, similar to Nuruddin Haji. In 2022, we didn't know this, but Nuruddin Haji was doing a very good job of balancing between government and opposition, which is why once Ruto came to power, he maintained Nuruddin Haji, even bumping him up to NIS, because he was on one hand pretending to be catering to Uhuru and Raila, on the other hand he's catering to Kasongo. Wetangula is now also trying to do the same thing. He is pro-Ruto, but he's also saying Gachagua should never have been impeached. Ili huyu apite ama huyu apite, aweze kusurvive. Now because politics is a very dynamic game, if Wetangula wants to switch allegiance, even if just 4% of him wants to switch allegiance, let us not reject it. Akuje atusaidie. In fact, if we can have the Speaker of the National Assembly on our side, na Ruto ameenda amefukuza Kindiki, wale wa mlima ambao wako pale kwa bunge wamekuwa kiimba tutam, kina Ishungwa na wengine wamekasirika, and they decide to impeach Kasongo, well and good. Let him come and help us. We would rather go to the ballot with Kindiki as the interim president than going with somebody who is expanding State House. As per the last satellite images we have seen, State House is 3 times bigger. Which chambers are these wanaongeza? Are those torture chambers? Are those storage facilities for money? These are some of the questions that we need answers to. But anywho, guys, that's just my take on the matter. Let's see what Kenyans next had to say about this, and I quote, Kennedy Mwaura said Wetangula bado hajasumbua na atasumbua. Jimmy Man said hii torch kweli inafanya kazi. Chris Lusasi said someone is putting words in this man's mouth. This is a coward. There's no way he could have said this. Network said this one knows the boat is sinking and mark my words, he will not wait. But what say you guys? Do drop me your comments in the comment section below and I'll do best to read them and to give you a response. So with that, here today's ads of the day. If you're looking to import clean cars from Japan, UK, Thailand, Australia or South Africa, look no farther from Manani Imports. We're talking 15 years in the game with thousands of positive reviews. Now here's the interesting bit. Manani Imports have experts who will carefully load your car into a sealed container, receive it at the port, counter-check quality and ultimately deliver to your doorstep. Customer service can't get any better than this, and guess what? It's all at an affordable rate. To get started on your journey to own a clean automobile, call or WhatsApp Manani Imports at 0793 687 678 or visit their social handles on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok at Manani Imports.
Right now, I'm with my team headed to a client's house in Ruiru for consultation. That is to take measurements of the windows, go through our catalog with the client, and then once they decide on the color and the fabric they want, we'll get busy sewing, and at long last, the curtains installation will be on us. So if you're looking for curtains, shears, curtain rods, curtain accessories, reach out to Phoenix Curtains and Interior Decor and we will sort you out. Call us on 0724 414153.
If you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching from a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button, you're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.